beauty of the orchid lies in its translucent petals, in its fragile form, and in its delicate mortality, which is rather the point that Jesus was making. Scarlet poppies and bright anemones grew in the summer months on the fertile soil of Galilee, scattered across the hills and tucked along the pathways of the tracks. One sweep of the sickle, one hoof of a donkey, one careless sandaled foot, and they would be no more. But listen to the breathless awe in Jesus' voice as he invites his disciples to look, to gaze on the beauty of even one single, lasting for a day, wildflower. And he raises his eyes to the sky, and he sees birds flying and wheeling and soaring in the breezes coming through the valleys. Look, he says, aren't they amazing? Think for 1 minute of their lifestyle. Surely you can read the language of God in the birds of the air and the lilies of the field. Surely you can hear God say, trust me, don't worry. Well, apparently they couldn't, because I suspect that they didn't really look. And I'm not sure that we do either. I'm not convinced that we are any more perceptive than they. We don't allow a great deal of space for considering in our day-to-day oughts and shoulds and musts. After all, even in ordinary circumstances, we have families to feed and children to educate, grandchildren to look after, retirement to plan for, bills to pay. We can't just wander around watching birds and admiring flowers, especially now, perhaps, while our garden city lies in dust, devastated, broken, piles of grey muck outside our doorsteps. But before we dismiss Jesus' words as unrealistic and well past their use-by date, let's allow his images to work their magic on our oh-so-practical souls. 5 times in 10 verses, he repeats, don't worry. Jesus, it appears, has a lively and authentic sense of the extravagant generosity of our Creator, has an amazing capacity to give his attention to the present moment, with all the beauty and energy and mystery in our world. And he ponders the provision of the one who knows the needs of his creatures, encapsulated in the birds who don't plough or plant or harvest or store like a farmer, encapsulated in the lilies who don't spin or weave or make garments like the farmer's wife. Now, before we get defensive, as well we might after last Tuesday, note that Jesus does not say, don't work, don't plan. He does not say, don't get your wheelbarrows out. But he does say, don't worry. Worry, after all, is a waste of space. It's not only pointless, it can be harmful. Worry is, Jesus implies, disempowering for us and irreverent towards God, a mockery of our faith and a denial of God's ability and concern. The witness of so many people that I talk to, and I'm sure you do too, the witness of so many people who have suffered a life-threatening illness, who have suffered an accident, the witness of many who have survived and are surviving the incredible shake. The witness of these people is live one day at a time. Handle the demands and tasks of each day as they present themselves. Give your best to God and leave the rest to God. Coming face to face with our vulnerability and mortality, I hope that we can recognize the futility of fretting. Of course, there needs to be ploughing and planting and harvest and storing. Of course, there needs to be weaving and sowing. And of course, there needs to be clearing and tidying and discerning and building. But do so with an attitude of quiet confidence, for that will be our strength. We probably all know folk who are so addicted to worry that if they haven't got something to worry about, they worry that they've forgotten something. And you know, it can be contagious. Worry can be contagious. It's not always easy to dodge the shadows of gloom that they cast. But sunny trust can be contagious too. Not frivolous happy stuff, but trust overlying a deep and genuine compassion. And we can choose. We are free to choose to which kingdom we will give our allegiance. The kingdom of consumerism with its slavery to competition,